GM, let's give Cutter Dan a second. Give me a second so I can start the stream. Cutter Dan's doing I guess the firewall dance. I don't know what to call it. The Great Wall dance. GM.
Hey, Jim, guys.
GM.
What up?
Let me just post this. Oh, shoot. Okay, there we go. Okay.
GM, everyone. How's everyone doing today? Never a
Good.
dull week in coaching game.
Yeah. It's a good day. Weather's nice. Can't really complain. My son's gonna be coming today, so I'm really excited for that.
Oh yeah. It's actually something about he's moving in with you or something. Or
Today, yeah. So I ordered him his own
Yeah.
little desk and a chair. So I got his own studio set up because he's a gamer. And I told him,
Nice.
I'm like, you're about to hit AI / coding / blockchain boot camp, and it'll be easy because he's a kid. So I'm gonna learn coding with him. I'm gonna not force
Oh
him. I
yeah.
don't want to use that term, but I'm gonna push him in that direction, but do it with him at the same time so we can kind of grow together. I think it'd be great for him. It's also helpful for me.
That's cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll give a plan, like a curriculum.
Yeah, I gotta do more research and find like the best kids version. Just dumb it down for me too.
Mm,
I mean, he's 14, so he, something that is appropriate for his age group. But he's pretty smart, so I think he can handle it.
yeah. Yeah, don't do something like C++ first. I mean, let's see if let me think for a sec on that. I don't know. There's a lot of angles you could take.
I figured JavaScript or Python would be that's what I
Yeah.
started with. Yeah, but like
Yeah, Python could be pretty good.
if you're loading into blockchain dev work, what's the best language to start with?
I mean the Solidity tutorial crypto zombies is pretty fun actually. That's like a pretty cool. That was where I started with Solidity. I don't know how good it is for like a node going from like node coding experience. I have to think about that. It could be fun. I mean, you could try it. It goes through a lot of core principles of Solidity and stuff, and so it's got zombies. So I mean, I probably like that.
Yeah, I think I
I
saw
started with
that.
PHP. That was my first coding. I don't know if I'd recommend that, but yeah, crypto zombies could be cool.
Yeah, I feel like I remember that from like 2022, like seeing people say
Mm-hmm.
use crypto zombies.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's like the main plan, just like kind of prepping for that. Got his furniture on the way, so it's gonna be good. We'll just game
So
and you know do our thing. It's gonna be a lot of fun.
cool.
How's your baby?
Good. We took him for our vaccine today. Cried a little bit, but he's getting good. He's getting to be a little champ. So 6 months old and change, doing pretty well.
Is he crawling at this point?
He's like flipping over, and he can kind of. I'll put like a toy in front of him, and he'll flip around until he can like he'll kind of rotate himself. Like he can't really crawl yet, but he'll rotate. Like he can flip and he can spin around, and then that's sometimes good enough to get where he wants. Otherwise, he'll just kind of collapse and like just put his head down for a second and rest.
He's building up the muscle strength. He's getting there.
Yeah. Yes, exactly.
No.
That's
Olympic gymnast right there.
Perfect
That's
gift.
Yeah, to enter.
Good. Very good.
But yeah,
Man,
having a good time.
I just gotta say,
Go ahead.
Schnitzel Death every time. I guess Saturdays hit different with Schnitzel. I want to hang out with him. He's always getting the Ardinger and having a good time.
Bro knows how to live.
Exactly.
Seriously.
Yeah, during all the drama, he's like, "Guys, just sit down and have a beer." I was like, "As wisdom."
Yeah, usually I have beer and then drama starts. It doesn't go the other way. But I like it. Now, speaking of, one of the things we're working out here is getting ready for Dev Connect. And let's see if we got anybody going to Dev Connect here in the chat. Yeah, Mr. Sebs is here. And definitely Mr. Sebs shout out. He was pretty busy this week. He got the admin takeover on one of the Telegram groups for Breadcrumb. He's cooking. I think he's trying to get us as many events at Dev Connect, in and around Dev Connect, as possible. So shout out Mr. Seb. And if you have any updates or anything you want to hop on stage, you're welcome, or just let us know how things are looking. But seems pretty busy. Because I saw with Zbot, and I know Nadiel's going as well. And it looks like, I think the Breadcrumb event we're going to co-sponsor is confirmed. But let's let Mr. Seb speak to that.
Jim.
Yo.
Hey.
So yeah, so it's confirmed normally for Breadcrumbs, so it should be fun with him. And also thanks to Dan, maybe we'll have a presence inside Dev Connect in the gaming district. It's not confirmed yet, but normally it's in a good way. So
cool. Did you have a call with that guy?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. It's really nice.
Yeah. Cool. Yeah.
So yeah, seems good. It's in a good way. So let's see.
Yeah, this second one you guys are talking about, that's like inside Dev Connect. You got connected with one of the organizers, or who are we talking about?
Yeah, in fact, there is a coordinator by district. And for the gaming area, it will be like 4 tables with 4 PC. And they are searching for games to showcase during 3 hours and to rotate the game every 3 hours.
Oh, that's great. And there's Zbot in the chat, right on time. Animated Argentina wearable. I like it. Yeah, I want to see him in Dev Connect, and if there's some computer screens, if we're able to get some games up and actually showcase, go hands-on with some games, that's going to be great. That's huge. So, right time and place to show off the gear.
And there is also another gaming event, not gaming, Web3 event. I'm working on this with Meteor Allegory in Sydney. So it will be just right after Dev Connect. So he's working on it, and normally we'll have a booth inside the main event. So we'll see also.
Yeah, typical leading up to these, a lot of things in the air, but it takes somebody like you to run down the leads and kind of figure out which ones are a good match. So
yeah, exactly. For this one, it's this one.
Oh, okay, here it is.
So it will be only 2 days. So.
Oh, and that's in Sydney. I didn't catch that part. Wow.
Yeah, Sydney in Australia, yeah.
So yeah, this is something you're going to this one too, Mr. Seb?
No, it will be only Meteor Allegory.
And, okay.
He's working to find some Aavegotchi Hangout friends to come there.
It's very cool. Gotchi gang showing up. I would say, and we'll say, a lot of this for DAO Hour and stuff, but the Greeters program is probably one of the best success cases at the DAO. I mean, it's been great to make us be present at so many events worldwide, and Dev Connect be a big one.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, still cooking.
Yeah.
Very cool.
Actually, Mr. Seb, can you talk a little bit about what's happening with Myth or Allegory, the event that he's kind of spearheading?
Yeah. If you want, in fact, it will be inside the main event, and the idea he will have a booth, so with screen, with PCs, and he will be able to make people to play directly on the booth. And yeah, that's it. It's just to spread the Gotchi spell, and to make people aware maybe in APAC in Australia about Aavegotchi. So last year, I think it was last year, he did already the Pizza DAO Day in Sydney, also with Aavegotchi and Pizza DAO. So yeah, he's really motivated and really willing to do things. So yeah, it's nice to work with him remotely.
Yeah, he's been crushing it.
The next event in the U.S. would be Miami, right? I think we're going to have a presence potentially at the Gates Hotel in Miami for Art Basel Week, early December. But I don't know. Maybe that's not something the greeters are supporting this year. I think last time we talked about it was up in the air. But
Yeah,
Yeah,
we're
so
working with. Yeah, sorry, go ahead.
yeah, so we talked with Bad Bad, and they're actually going to be working on like a much larger activation in Wynwood, like more in the center of where everything is versus where the gates is, which is a little bit more off to the side. So this event is going to be basically we're going to be a sponsor of it, and we will have our setup within this larger event, but it's a multi-day event, not a hotel, but it's where the Pudgy Penguins threw their party last year, and it's like this outdoor like area that has a huge barcade on the inside. So arcade activation essentially that's going to run for 2 days, and then there's a big influencer. Her name is Profit Over Wages. She's like big. She's like 50K. She does a lot of media and events. So she's kind of like at the center, like organizing all these different sponsors together. So I've actually reached out to some other people to see if they want to jump in also, but we're waiting for details. Once we get the details, we kind of have an idea of the cost, but we'd be setting up for activation there in their like 2 day event at this venue. So it won't be like the Gates Hotel where we're like at a pool with all these displays up from various companies, and it's like a pool party and a rooftop party. This is going to be at like a proper arcade. So we've considered getting the arcade machine there, but the logistics of moving an arcade machine in Miami is a nightmare. So I don't think we have the resources to do that because I don't drive. And if Mr. Seb comes, we can probably do it, but we would need somebody else essentially. So we're still figuring out the details. We're waiting from the Cryptoon Goons, aka Bad Bad team, to get back with specifics, but we're just waiting on that to like basically finalize it.
cool. Yeah, I think there's a lot of potential there. And that's a big update. I will not buy a ticket to Wynwood or the Gates Hotel without checking with you guys first. It sounds like um, maybe not as much happening at the gates.
Yeah, this will be a little different. We were talking to them because they have their crew that goes to all the conferences. I know them from going to conferences, but also like I shot photography at Rare Evo this year. Again, they ran the Rare Market, so they're going to be running their Rare Market, and we might end up just getting like a big Airbnb with them, and then trying to do content out of that while also handling the the activation. So there's different things that play. It might be too short notice, but with the Rare Market, if we had like high end merch, something nice, we could sell it through them. So we're still figuring out all this stuff out. Yeah, I would love to have this like locked up already, but we're still waiting for information from them for the coming weeks. And Pizza Dow will be there, so we'll probably do something with Pizza Dow as well as we usually do.
Yeah. Oh, cool. Nadio's cooking something up here. Oh, that was from Art Basel Miami. Okay. Yeah, man, I remember you guys. Yeah, the mural. You guys were painting the town quite literally.
Yeah, and Schnitzel Def, I feel your problem. We never took the arcade machine in a because we have the larger arcade machine. We never took it in Uber, but we've had to like carry it up and down flights upstairs. You got to move it around, and sometimes you can't get as close to the venue as you want. So whenever we did this in Miami, just moving around during our Basel, it's gridlock traffic. So it becomes very you have to pre-plan and make sure everything's set up. So with this trip, we know better now. So like it's best to get there a few days ahead of the main events so you don't have to scramble and be stuck in traffic for hours, because that's happened to me all 3 years that I've gone to Art Basel. The first year, me and Lost Local got stuck for 2 hours crossing a bridge trying to go from the South Beach Magic Eden activation where he gave a speech back to our Cryptoon Goons activation. And there was only 3 of us there that year. So Zombie Shepherd got stuck with at the Cryptoon Goons by himself, which is fine. But yeah, it's like the traffic is horrible in Miami at that time of year. But yeah, well, Mr. Seb will keep you updated.
Yeah, let's see. Well, thanks for the update, Mr. Seb. And if there's anything else you need help with, or just keep us in the loop, let us know.
Yeah, sure. No problem. Thank you.
Good. Cool. On the update side this week with Gotchi Guardians, how many of you got to play it so far? This new Halloween release is it's really a disservice to call it the Halloween release, because I think from Jason Slama's point of view, it's more like, yes, we threw in a lot of Halloween skins and it's definitely got the vibe, but he was doing more important work with like game balance and the kind of pace of the game. And really the biggest thing is this new kind of progression system, where if you're just starting out now, instead of like all the maps and everything going to be immediately available, they're going to need to be unlocked. And there's a kind of new currency system called scraps. So you may remember that name from Spirit Force, but basically scraps of robots, scraps of liquidators. And every time you kill a liquidator of any kind in any match, it banks a bit of scrap to the end of the match. And at the end of the match, it totals it all and drops a bunch of scrap uh, in your account, and you're able to unlock things like different gameplay modes and even maps and so on. So yeah, I think it's a huge. It's going to be. It's basically starting to look like what it always wanted to be. I think this is the one that Slama's like actually proud of. Like it has all the kind of pacing he wanted, and it's in a really good spot. Um, I know I played a bunch yesterday with Goobs and a couple of you guys, Zonza, and yeah, it went really really well, I thought. So if you haven't played it, it's definitely worth checking out. And it's a very different game than it was even a few months ago. Um, Maybe it looks like the same game at first glance, but there's a lot that's changed to the meta of it. Dan, you've played a bit. Like, uh,
Yeah,
what do you?
the new one of the new items, the gold pedal bank.
Hmm.
That thing is pretty wild. Like it can get so crazy in the late game with the gold pedal bank. It basically lets you uh, like create coins. Instead of damaging enemies, it generates income or coins for you throughout the length of the match. So that can be very powerful. I've been. It's like if you get lucky early game, it can be a game changer in the late game. But it is kind of RNG based, so you don't get it every time. And yeah, Schnitzel Death also a big thing. We're not really promoting it too heavily, but in the Steam version, there is a way to connect a wallet and play within Steam. That's
Yeah.
because the WebGL version is like it's always just been janky and there's all sorts of bugs. It wasn't built for WebGL, so going forward, we're just going to tell people to use the Steam version, and fingers crossed, Steam doesn't care that much about a small indie game, but they make an example out of us or something.
Yeah, we're willing to take the chance here. I think it's worth it. And so yeah, go ahead and try. You just log in like normal, and instead of doing social login, there's a wallet connect option now. and you go through Steam. It's just sitting right there in front of you. There's no hacking or anything tricky to do, but that's a big change from previous releases. So go ahead and try doing that. And I was about to say, there's a caveat. Yesterday, one of you guys had trouble connecting your Trezor. Now, Nadiel is in the chat saying he was able to connect even using the Trezor. So might reach out to Nadiel for a little workaround on that. I haven't tried with a Trezor myself, but should be possible one way or another. With the new release, we've been capturing a lot of footage. So if you guys are on YouTube, you can follow along at our Shorts channel. I think there's 6 or 7 of them in there right now. And we're just going to keep releasing a bunch of shorts every day throughout this whole release window. And we'll see if it hit or misses. Like one of the videos in this collection here is now crossing or about to hit 7,000 views. So that's encouraging. I think they
Dude,
like
that's
seeing
awesome.
face. Yeah. I hope it's driving a little bit of traffic to the game. And yeah, 7,000 views. Must be. Oh, the other videos
That
don't
was
have Jason's face in it, so I can't figure out why that one's popping.
Is that the difference? Yeah, I was trying to wonder, like, what is looking at the thumbnail here. Yeah, I
Well,
guess that's the only one with his face in it. Maybe that, or maybe it pops more. Or that's
yeah,
wild. That's such a big difference.
it must have got shared or something by a channel. I don't know, but
Yeah.
yeah, it's good, and I encourage you guys to make more content like this too. I mean, if you want, it'd be great if you're playing and making content. I know Schnitzel Death, you've made a ton of content, um, so we love to see it. So yeah, Guardians with the loot pumpkin is kind of the other big release that's kind of Halloween specific. We brought the Smashing Pumpkins back, and they do reward prizes now. Like if you kill every time you kill a loot pumpkin in the map, it's a 10% chance of like a free cosmetic or skin at the end of the match. So your fellow competitors deploy these pumpkins onto the map, and they're a bit of a problem. But if you take them out, you do have this 10% shot at getting some really cool additional prizes. So that's a big addition, and it's designed like Halloween themed, but the mechanics behind it are something Slama was thinking about before Halloween, and so it just so happened like to go with the Smashing Pumpkin as the first iteration of it. But I think that as a mechanic, that's going to stick around. So yeah, I've been playing a lot of Guardians, really enjoying that. And then I don't know, Dan, is today a good day to talk about the DeFi dungeon and development on your game as well? Or
Yeah, sure.
yeah, always love to see.
I'm in the middle of. I'm fixing a bug right now, but it is working. Uh, I'm the main thing I'm waiting on right now before I do like a play test and start inviting people is just these gotchi sprites. I really want to have all the sprites working so you can actually play as your gotchi. But I've been doing a big push on this wearable system that I'm going to be doing with loot in the game. So essentially, I take a lot of inspiration from one of my favorite games, Diablo, and the way that they did their loot with like different levels of quality. So, as an NFT owner, you'll automatically have the wearable that you want that's equipped on your Gotchi protocol side when you play the game. And every wearable gives an effect. It does something like gives HP or movement speed or armor or whatever. So every wearable is covered. Working on the pets right now, giving them something interesting. And then there's also going to be abilities that eventually each wearable will have an ability, if not a unique ability. So on the dungeon side, you'll be running around and picking up all sorts of loot, which includes wearables. And they're not on-chain wearables, but they're kind of off-chain versions of those wearables of lesser quality than the NFT wearables. But you'll also be able to use your NFT and kind of, this is something I'll be doing later, not in the MVP, but the goal is to have it so you can kind of forge a better version, like the highest version, the best version of that wearable with your NFT. And kind of, if you guys ever played Diablo 2, there was like a way to gamble kind of in using the Heraldric cube. So that's what this is kind of inspired by. Is you'll put in your NFT wearable, put in some tokens, maybe some Alchemica, maybe some glitter, and then you'll push the button, and you're not going to lose your NFT wearable, but it'll go away for a little bit, and then it'll spit out potentially a higher quality version than even the NFT version. That'll be like the most coveted version of that item in the game. So really trying to just I'm thinking of the loot experience. I want it to be all sorts of loot, all sorts of stuff that you can gather while you're playing the game, and that's just one facet. I'm also working on the map generation. I got some new areas in the maps. I got a new staging area that is kind of it's pretty cool. It's like a little lobby you can hang out in, and yeah, just been working on all sorts of stuff. So we've been the team that made the Gotchi sprites they've been kind of slow getting these sprites to us. I don't know what's taking them so long, but they should be delivering them next week. So once I get those sprites, I'm ready to start inviting people in. Like I think it's not a perfectly where I want it yet, but it's pretty much time to start like opening up play tests and seeing what people think. So hopefully I've been putting out tweets and getting engagement from you guys. If you've been active in those, you'll be prioritized to get access to the play test. I want people that are actually playing the games that we've been creating. You guys are going to give the best feedback. So we're going to start there and then open it up to more and more play testers as it gets developed further.
Beautiful. Yeah, definitely enjoying following along on X. I don't know if you want to drop any tweets from that, but that's it's always good to follow Dan through that, because it's kind of becoming a bit of a devlog or a development diary.
Yep. Yeah, I haven't done one today, but we'll have a new version out of this in the thread probably tomorrow. Here's last week's, or what day that was, the 11th. Yeah, so put a new one out tomorrow. Lots happened in this week, actually. Got a lot done. Trying to avoid all the drama that we were having in the chat here, and just be like, nope, I'm just vibing. Good my game here, but obviously got to jump in at some point. Yeah, I love devlogs.
Yeah, it's part of the journey, and sometimes smaller is easier in some way. We've tried various ways of sharing the development life cycle and everything we're building, but good old here's what I did today. Name 5 things you did this week kind of thing. That's pretty good. We're not going to do a stress test for Gotchiverse today, anything new, but you guys did help stress test last week and the week before. We've really had a couple of spooky Halloween themed hangouts in the Gotchiverse the last 2 weeks, and so that has helped to inform where we're going with it. And I'll just drop one clip here as an update for this week. You might recognize somebody familiar in this video. So go ahead and click play on that. And you'll see our Halloween Rickety River map is still in place. And the Alchemica is dropping from the sky. But if you look closely, it's actually hopping in after a certain trigger event. So you gotta walk up to that cauldron and do something to trigger it. And we're exploring ways like where you can socially do that. So you probably get like 3, 4, 5 gotchis together. You all have to do a dance animation, and then bring everybody. That'll trigger like more Alchemica to spill or whatever other effects we want to have.
Nice.
Yeah. Yeah. And then of course after that you see good old Pumpkin. The original Smashing Pumpkin is now in both Gotchi Guardians and Gotchiverse. So this little guy is rearing up his head. What could he be doing? So this time next week, guys, we're 1 week from our Halloween party. This time next week will be a good time to invite friends and family back to the chat, and we'll have a little Halloween party. We'll make it rain in the chat, and we'll be making it rain in the Gotchiverse for sure. So it may just be Alchemica, or we may have some other surprises of things to give away. So I'd highly recommend everybody coming out to hang out this time 1 week from today. And a little pumpkin will be waiting for you. Is it a Billy Corgan Smashing Pumpkin? I think in some way. I don't know. The first time these pumpkins appeared, everybody just started talking about Smashing Pumpkins. And it's kind of stuck.
Yeah, looking forward to that.
Yeah, very excited for that. Also, Nadiel flexing the new player profile kind of vanity pack from Gachi Guardians. So there is a limited time release. You can get the banner, the frame, the avatar, and some skins, map skins and avatar skins. We really should just show those off a bit more. I don't think people have even seen them.
Yeah, totally.
I'll go grab
Those will
a
be
few.
mintable for, but I think it's November 2nd or 4th is the date that those will leave the Gachi Guardian shop. So after that, they'll be minted to the base network, the Gachi Guardians contract. So if you want to get those, grab them early.
Absolutely. That's an awesome looking treasure, by the way, in the chat. That's pretty crazy. I have to scroll up pretty far because the team's already working on Christmas skins. Pretty crazy. New badges as well. If you're working on your badge game, that is coming along pretty well.
Golden Cross, you've been cooking up a campaign with a partner around this launch that I saw one screenshot this morning that was looking pretty good. It's working. It's kind of a user acquisition campaign with a new partner. But you got anything to say about that?
Yeah, it's going to be really, really good. I haven't seen the screenshot you're referencing, so if you want to drop it in, it might be a little early, but we're excited to work with more base projects. So, yeah, there's a couple Halloween campaigns, and one in particular I think you're talking about. It's going to be a really good time.
I was just saying this one from the caption. I
Oh,
woke up to this morning.
we are talking about different things. Okay. Yeah, look at that hockey stick. We love hockey sticks. Yeah, we're doing different campaigns. We're working with a team called Magic Square to promote to their audience as well. So all the Magic Square users are they're content creators, and so yeah, hopefully they're going to latch on to Gotcha Guardians and create a bunch of cool content. And they're downloading the game right now. They're checking it out.
Yep.
That's for sure.
Yeah, we're trying to get something going on Steam. It's pretty competitive out there, obviously, but we thought this would be an ideal time to try some more Web3 tactics to see, how far can we get on Steam with a little bit of user acquisition budget. So we'll see if it makes a dent. We should know by next week how the numbers are coming in, if we're getting any love from the Steam algo.
Yep. I didn't find many good pictures to share or anything. Must be in a folder somewhere. But this one is pretty cool. This is a banner you can get for your profile. But I'm going to share it here. It might have other uses. Such a cool scene. Yeah, hand painted from Davide and the Gotcha Guardians team. So well done. Just an epic scene there. So
Yeah,
a lot of stuff like that you can get through these packs. There's a lot of Davide and Thomas's handiwork throughout the game. and I learned something. Last time I played with Zeba, I knew he was good, but holy cow, we played yesterday, and he's an archer, just like Nadia was mentioning here, and he is really good. He beat Slama, he beat me, he beat Zanza, he was beating everybody. It was pretty crazy. And then we set it up with the hardest AI that's ever existed in the game. And him and I think it was Goobs and the AI went down to the last HP. Like, unfortunately, Goobs lost to the AI, but he had the AI down to like 5 HP, and it was down to the wire. Pretty good games. It gets pretty nuts when you get multiplayer going in there. The guy who makes the game is good at it, and he's not that good. No, I'm saying that Zbot is beating the director. That's what I'm saying. Zbot is on a tear. So if you do any demos at Dev Connect, guys, give the controls to Zbot. He'll do it justice.
Yeah, we're gonna have a nice demo of games at Dev Connect. I'll definitely have my dungeon runner ready by then. We'll have Gotchi Guardians. We'll have Gotchi Verse. It's gonna be pretty epic and mobile friendly as well. We got some great updates on the DApp coming. The GBM auction is almost done. We're also going to be pushing a Halloween update to the a UI refresh that'll come out. I think it's already done. Just need to push it. That'll be it's always cool to refresh the UI a little bit.
Yeah, we get a little spooky update to the DApp. Is that what I heard?
Mm-hmm.
Nice.
Sure. I love these shorts. These are great.
Yeah, some of them, there's so much going on. I don't know if it really conveys the, what is exactly happening to most people, but it definitely captures the essence of just how chaotic.
Goob's cleared already, guys. We're gonna be in overtime in a
Cool. I see a few people hopping in the lobby for Gotcha Guardians. Play on, play on. That's awesome. Smash some pumpkins. And I guess maybe we could pivot to, I don't know, nothing else from my side really. We could pivot to DAO Hour here.
Sounds good. Let's get into it.
Dun, dun, dun. Where's the business? There it is. Cool.